C's of parenting which you should not be doing it at home. What are they? When handling your children, most of the time we are losing our control in handling them. In the process, we are doing 3 important mistakes. What are that? We need to know it, because most of the day many parents complain to be saying that children is not listening, they are not following the instruction, whatever we say they are doing against the instruction, they don't finish their work even after repeated reminders. So what are you experiencing? You are experiencing non-supportive, non-coordinative, non-cooperative children. But are we handling them properly while doing so? That is what we'll be exploring today in our video. Myself Rohini, a natural frequency coach, to help you connect with your child. 3 C's of parenting which you should not be using it at home. What are they? Criticizing, comparing, controlling. When we are going to use all these 3 regularly throughout the day, then you are going to experience a child who is not going to be supportive of whatever you ask for, or not going to be coordinating with you or in connection with you for whatever you want them to do. So what we should be doing, we must be aware of these 3 C's in our life. The first and the foremost one I said is criticizing. Most of the time we criticize the child's behavior, the child's personality, the child's way of eating, child's way of handling things, child's way of cleaning things. For example, let me point it out. Like whenever a child is eating, why are you eating so shabbily? It's a criticism. The face reaction and body reaction, you're trying to tell them that you're not doing things properly. Or when a child is like running here and there and like make things break on the way, then you tell them, how can you not see and walk? Can't you see and walk? Can't you be doing this? So again, a criticism. Now here what we tell is, the children's body actually is not controlled by them. It is controlled most by their emotions. So the body alignment towards doing a particular activity will not be perfect. Okay, they will not wash their hands properly, they may not do their work properly. While walking, they may slip, they may break something, or they may be throwing out something, or they may be pushing something, because the body's alignment is still growing. Like you and me who are matured adults, even we do keep doing mistakes while walking, hitting on some wall or something, because we are absent-minded. The children are even more like that because they are just growing right now. So what happens is, preferably many of the times, the parents throughout the day criticize the way the child moves, the way the child eats, the way the child does each and every activity. This small criticism is contributing to the aspect where they don't feel good about themselves or more about themselves. So what are you doing? You're telling your child that you're not good, or you're making the child feel not good about themselves. So why would they even cooperate with you? So criticizing is something at a rare circumstances, at a minimum circumstances, you should be using it. Second one, comparison. Comparison with other person or comparison with your own self. Okay, because there is a generation comparison I keep seeing with many parents. One comparison is, hey, your friend is able to do it, then you must do it. Your friend is much better than you, you should do it. Look, that child is eating very well, you're not eating. So we are doing direct comparison, which is completely going to make the child feel derogatory or deluding themselves that I am totally not good enough. But right now I see many parents don't do a direct comparison because they come from a previous generation, because they had the pain of direct comparison. But we are doing hundreds of indirect comparison. How? Because when a child is coming home and it is eating, you will be saying, hey, your child is very well eating, and it's not same with my child. So what here happens is, you're not talking to your child comparing, but you're telling your child is better than my child. So what here happens is, the indirect comparison keeps happening every now and then. And not only that, when you speak to your child, you keep saying that, hey, at your age, you're all having this facilities, that facilities, and you're enjoying more. Now, mama is not shouting at you, but you know what? My father, my mother used to shout at me and I used to listen to them. I'm going to handle you the same way strongly. So in the same way, many parents have started conveying to their children, like when they are up to 4-5 years, they are okay with all the tantrums. But as they grow up, they don't want the tantrums. So they start quoting their parents that I'm going to handle the way my parents handled me. So here again you're comparing. What you're comparing is, I will misuse my parenting powers because you're not listening to me. So this is not the right way, right? You should make maximum efforts wherein which the child comes in coordination with you. But at the end of the day, what you're doing, you are making the child that if somebody does not cooperate, become rude, become highly egoistic. That's what we are going to teach them. We are actually conveying them indirectly that when somebody does not listen, press them, push them, torture them, and do whatever you can in a rude form so that you get it done. This is not the right way of parenting. So comparing is another form where you look at another child and compare and talk directly or indirectly, or comparing the way your child you are handling and way you were handled by your parents. These are the two things which you should be avoiding. Right now, whatever is the situation, based on that situation, we need to see and handle them, because you were growing up in a lifestyle which was different. Your child is growing up in a lifestyle which is completely different. So second one. Third one is controlling. So always as a parent, we need to have a control over the parameters like environment, parameters like safety, parameters like people whom the child is mingling with, that they should not be like going to the people who are not really safe for them to handle. Yes, like strangers, we don't know what they will do with the child. So in that way, you must have a control over the environment where the child is operating. But here, the control is more on the child, like how it moves, what it speaks, what it should not speak, how it should write, how it should not write. There is every controlling instruction which keeps coming from the parent. By default, unconsciously, subconsciously, we find fault with the child and keep telling them again and again. That is controlling as well as correcting, I would say. So, including the fourth C into the way, that is correcting. So, you are controlling and correcting the child regularly, which actually makes the child disconnecting them more from you away and away. Like I'm as a boss going to control you, you might not like it. If I as a boss going to simply point out your mistakes, you will not like. But if I as a boss going to encourage you to see that how you can become best version of yourself is going to help you and as well as for me. The same will be happening with your child. If you are going to make your child see what they can become the best version of themselves, you will also get the support. They will also be changing by themselves. So 3 C's of parenting which you should not be using is criticizing, comparing, controlling, and the 4th C we have included is correcting. So make sure you don't implement all of this in your daily life and you can see a lot of changes. Let me know in the comment box, out of these 4 C's, which one you are using more often so that I can help you more. This is Rohini here, your natural frequency coach, signing off. Thank you.